you.
Okay, honestly, just about amnesia, that's all. So just show you 3 different ways of doing it. And we can honestly, so we might go back into hypnosis really quick just to save some time.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll just do the standard induction. Standard instant, because it is powerful too. So, okay, Jim. So just going to pour your hand there, Barbara. I want you to press down, close your eyes, long deep breath, put up your lungs, hold that breath, press as hard as you can. That's it. Now, on around the count of so 3, just going deeper and deeper and deeper still, all into 2, deeper and deeper down the Barbara, all the way down, deeper, deeper, and deeper, and deeper. That's right. Just feel your whole body just sinking deeper, and deeper. And again, Barbara, you'll find that there's like a pull, just like a magnetic pull, pulling you right back into the chair for your own comfort. And your mind and body will find it the most beautiful, peaceful, relaxing position for yourself. Fantastic. And again, let's just push down your shoulders. Deeper and deeper and deeper still. What I'd like you to do, Barbara, for me, is in that powerful imagination of yours, I want you to imagine you have a big blackboard in front of you. Imagine on the blackboard you have 3 words. You have carpet, you have plug, you have ceiling. And what I'd like you to do is imagine getting a duster. And as you look at them, just start to erase one of them. Just start rubbing it out, rubbing it and rubbing it and rubbing it out until it starts to disappear. And as you do that, notice how the other 2 start to just jump in. They start to want to disappear too. But just keep rubbing them and rubbing them and rubbing them and rubbing them until there's nothing left. Until it's completely gone. And when it's completely gone, when you have absolutely no recognition of what you actually put, or recollection even of what you put on the board, only when you can't even remember what was on the board, let this finger. Fantastic. Again, as I push down your shoulder, the depth you feel right now, you can go down twice more. So deeper and deeper still. Fantastic. Now you go to another blackboard, Barbara, and on this blackboard you have another 3 things. You have the day, the week, and the year. And again, just get that blackboard and get the duster and start rubbing the blackboard and start erasing all that information. It's not really important. It'll be there when you leave. But right now it's useless information, so just keep rubbing it and rubbing it and rubbing it and rubbing it and rubbing it until it's gone. And notice as you keep rubbing it, every time it disappears, you go 10 times deeper. You go 10 times further. That's right. And only when you have no recognition of what was on the board, you can't even remember where you lift this finger. Take your time. Fantastic. Fantastic. And this time, Barbara, just for your own benefit, I'm going to just tip your head. You're going to find it's like, when I tip, it just goes in slow motion upwards. And this goes to another most beautiful, beautiful, comfortable position for you to sit in. That's fantastic. Lovely stuff. Really, really good. I'm just going to gently plop your hand down here for me, Barbara. I'm just going to plop it down like that. Fantastic. And with this finger here, Barbara, I want you to start tapping it down really fast. This one here, yeah, really fast. And notice something interesting. Notice when I click my fingers, Barbara, how that finger just wants to keep doing it all by itself. It's like your heartbeat. Now, I couldn't stop your heart by telling it to you. You couldn't stop it by thinking about it, just like you can't stop that finger right now. Now, in a moment, I'm going to click my fingers on the count of 3, and when I do that finger will stop instantly. But the next time I wanted to move it again, all I've got to do is touch it twice and click my fingers. So watch, 1, 2, 3. And when I want it to go again, I just go 1, 2, and it goes all by itself again. So really what's happening is I have that set up. So on the count of 3, it'll stop again, 1, 2, 3. And whenever I want it again, I touch it twice, it comes back. This time, what I want you to imagine for me, Barbara, is another blackboard. And this time I want you to put this hand over here also, just like that. And 1, 2, 3, beat that finger for me. And as that's happening, you're going to find this one does the same thing. So now they go both coming up. But not only that, what's happening is they're sending a signal to your eyes. And your eyes are now starting to move in a really comfortable way independently of each other. They're starting to just jerk left, right, independently of each other. It's very comfortable. And on that last blackboard, imagine your name, your date of birth, and who you are. And as those fingers tap, those eyes move, that information starts to wane, starts to fade, starts to disappear. And when it disappears, your conscious mind will go into a deep sleep, where you can hear me, but you cannot wake up. And you can hear me, but you just cannot wake up. Because when that information disappears, you go into a complete deep, deep state. Conscious mind will be completely asleep. And when your subconscious mind has achieved that for us, your subconscious mind will stop those fingers so we know. But while that's happening, I'm going to be quiet. As that information hear me, but you just cannot wake up. You can hear me, but you just cannot wake up. You can hear me, but you cannot wake up. So subconscious mind, once the conscious mind is completely asleep, unaware of the waking world, our conversation, only then does gently rest it. And the conscious mind is completely unaware of our conversation, the waking world, when you put it asleep, gently rest it. Thank you, subconscious. Subconscious mind, I need to speak to you to help you. I want to give you some gifts in mind. But in order for me to communicate with you, subconscious, I'm going to ask you some questions. And if the answer is yes, I want you to twitch any muscle on this side of the face. Any muscle you choose, subconscious. So if that's okay with you right now, I want you to twitch any muscle on the left-hand side of the face. Fantastic. So I'm going to ask you some questions. If the answer is yes, I want you to twitch that exact same muscle. If the answer is no, remain peaceful. Subconscious mind, is the conscious mind asleep? Fantastic. Hypnosleep. Yeah. Subconscious mind, I want you to keep the conscious mind asleep until I command you to bring it back. And I'll only command you to bring it back when I'm ready, when I'm ready. And when you're okay with me doing that, will you keep the conscious mind completely asleep, completely unaware of the waking world, my voice, this environment? Again, give me a yes. Subconscious mind, I'm going to speak to you because I really, really, really have a lot of time being an amazing person. I really think you've been through so much, and what a wonderful, wonderful, positive mind you have. But subconscious mind, I'm going to ask you some questions, and if I can help you anyway, that's exactly what I'd like to do for you. Subconscious mind, in life sometimes we can carry a lot of rubbish and just old memories from the past of negative experiences and events, and even feelings too. Would you agree with that? Subconscious mind, would you be in agreement to remove every negative feeling, sense, event from the day one to this particular moment in time? Completely clear all the dead wood from the past. Would you like to do that for yourself and Barbara? Okay. So on the count of three, subconscious mind, I want you to gently tap this finger. And when you're doing that, I want you to go back through all long-term memory. I want you to go back through all negativity, all negative events, negative experiences, negative feelings and emotions from the past. And I want you to completely erase them. Is that okay with you, subconscious? So 1, 2, 3, just gently beat the fingers subconscious. And I want you to go back right now. I want you to go back to the hard drive. I want you to find the files and delete them. That's right. From day one, the very first breath you ever took, to the very last. Negative people, negative experiences, disappointment, sadness, take it all away. Until it's impossible to even feel it. And only when you've completed that subconscious, you can rest it. Take your time, there's no rush. But I want to make sure every negative event, experience, feeling, emotion, fear from the past is removed. Just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. Anything that is of no benefit to you going forward, remove it. Anything that's ever held you back or back, remove it. Limits, fears, remove them. Any situations of panic or not feeling control, remove that too. Negatively hurt, anger, frustration, disappointment, sadness, all the emotions and the feelings and the situations are completely removed. You'll always remember them, but how you react to them is completely different. When all that's removed, so Barbara can never even find those feelings again, no matter how hard you try, only then subconsciously can relax it. negative feelings in the physical body, any discomforts or issues or aches or pains or negativity or toxins removed. Any limiting beliefs, inappropriate fears removed. And make this mind and body so light, so bright, it's just bursting with love and energy and happiness and healing. For herself and for those around her. In fact, bring back all the feelings of love. Bring back all the feelings of acceptance, being perfect, being allowed to make mistakes. Bring back the feeling of life as a fantastic journey and adventure. And every day is its excitement the best. And that there is no death. Body dies. You can't kill energy. But I want you to bathe this mind and body from head to toe. Cleanse it with any negativity, any toxic, any poisons, any issues. And just build it, toes right up to the head with happiness, love, control, confidence, senses of achievement, ability, healing. I'm basically going out and spreading the word of how you can help your fellow man. Because this word will never leave you, Barbara. We care. You care. I care. We care. Just think how beautiful it is to care for other people. By your words, by your advice, you can change people's lives. That's a beautiful job, subconscious. When you're happy, subconscious mind, there's nothing left to remove, that you completely desensitize this mind and body of negativity, hurt, pain, anger, disappointment, sadness, loss, and built it with acceptance and love, happiness, healing, confidence, achievement. When you've done that, stop that. I want you to make yourself looking younger, subconscious. Why don't you do that? Can you do that, subconscious? Can you make yourself look younger? Well, do it. Send feelings, send chemicals, send energy, send love all around the face, the neck, the shoulders, and the tips of the toes right up. Removing any stresses, any old strains from the past. Taking away any old tensions in the face, sparkling up the eyes. And just a glowing ship of confidence. That's right. Generate some energy in the heart, subconscious. Just imagine sending around the room to your fellow man here, just sending happiness and love and appreciation, gratitude. Subconscious mind, in order for me to be able to help you really fast in the future, is it okay that whenever I say the word yellow submarine for you to enter this state of sleep, where the conscious mind is asleep, instantly do that for me? From this point forward, whenever I say the word yellow submarine to you, subconscious, and only when I say it, of course, only in a safe situation to say it, the conscious mind will instantly fall asleep. You'll instantly go back into the state where we can communicate for your benefit. that okay with you? Okay. So before we emerge the conscious, just want to have a bit of fun with you. So from this point forward, whenever I touch my nose and say the word Bugs Bunny, your shoe is ringing. And you'll have to take it off and answer it. Like anybody else would. Again, just give me a yes. Just fantastic. You have no recollection of that, of course. In a moment of consciousness, I'm going to count from 1 to 3. On the count of 3, I want you to nudge the conscious mind back into awareness. I want you to let the conscious mind become aware again. But only you will have recollection of its awareness, obviously. So 1, slowly, easily. 2, just nudge the conscious mind away. 3. And in a moment, Barbara, and I think we were drifting off a little bit there at the end, don't worry about that. But in a moment, Barbara, I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and not to count to 3 and not before. The eyes will gently open, back to normal levels of awareness, feeling absolutely fantastic from head to toe. So 1, just slowly, easily, effortlessly. 2, feel yourself come back to normal levels of awareness. 3, you can just gently open your eyes and most of good efforts. Let's start then with this. So, a bit confusing that, isn't it? But it's amnesia, you see. So tell you what, we did the instant induction, Margaret, remember that? Remember you were pressing that on my hand? Yeah. And then we sort of deepened it. What stood out for you up at that point? Like, what was your favourite bit after the instant? No, seriously. So, like, some people say, like, in the stairs. I mean, what was your favourite bit?
I don't know. I was totally.
That's okay. It's okay. How do you feel? Sorry, how do you feel about it?
I feel brilliant, actually. Yeah.
What's the difference, do you think?
Actually, at the pain on my back, the pain like saying it to Elaine, actually, or weak over my left hip or something.
Yeah. What's it like now?
It's not there.
Yeah,
I feel.
Maybe you forgot to start.
I feel energized.
Okay. Tell you what. Could you tell me something bad that happened to you in life? No, you don't have to go into detail, but can you think of something that, when you think back, it's disappointing, or is there anything in your life you can tell me that was bad?
Well, I can't think.
It's okay. It's I think I know because it is confusing. Trust me, and I know because you're sorry, Jacob. Why? But I know it's confusing. But
about 20 million things like that.
Okay, so you had about 20 million things today earlier on. I'm not saying they were here in the room, but they're in there somewhere.
Yeah.
That you could have thought of. That you could have thought of something negative. Not saying you would have. You would have. Sorry, you could have gone away from that.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But what I'm saying to you is, can you think of something now that may have happened in the past where you could feel negative or a bit sad or disappointed?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, tell us.
Again, it's like, okay, it's there, but
What's there?
it's not there. Well, I know things happen to me.
What do you remember things?
Yeah, I can remember it, yeah,
okay.
but...
I think we said something like that. You'll always remember
Yes,
what
I
happened.
can
Because
remember
it's important you remember it.
Yeah, I can remember, yeah.
But if you can remember, surely you can feel the pain of it.
I know. Yeah.
See, this is the
yeah.
problem with this session, because the client starts looking at him going, what's wrong with you? To me. Do you think there's something wrong with me? A little bit. Do you think I'm asking stupid questions?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. See, and that's beautiful proof of what we just done. Sorry, you just experienced hypnosis.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why you remember nothing. Okay. So, and this is the problem, well, I wouldn't call it, it's a beautiful problem to have, that the client looks at the therapist going, are you okay? Because there's nothing wrong with me. And they're going, yeah, but when you come in, you had this, and they're going, yeah, whatever. It feels like a bit like that.
Mm.
What, as a hypnotist, what are you afraid of doing?
Me doing with client? Probably taking them to a place that they will get emotionally upset, and I won't be able to deal with that in the correct way that would help them. Because, I mean, I that's why I love this,
Yeah.
because I want to help people and make them feel good about themselves
And
and share them.
Okay. And tell us, is there any parts of hypnosis you're problem with? Or do you think that would stop you in the future becoming good? Like going out and doing it in public and all that. Do you think you could do that? Like you're saying, you stood up the other night in front of people and you felt,
Yeah, I know there's.
would this make sense? It's like a new program on it completely.
Yes.
There is. So, would you like me to tell you what we did?
Yes.
After we cleaned out your bank.
Well, there was much in it anyway. I won't go far in that.
Basically, we told you subconscious mind to remove all of our negatively disappointed in the past. You'll always remember the situations, but you'll never be able to react to them in the second way. It's impossible. And if you just want to try and do that with me now, see?
Because I can. It's like you know, I've spoken about it. There's situations, but they're like, oh, Jesus, they're gone. They're there. They're way out there. It's like they're pushed away from my physical body, my etheric body. I'm not feeling anything. Like, I'm looking for the emotion. I'm looking for the feeling. I'm looking for the hurt. That's what I'm looking for. Or the.
Front to back, like have it here.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the fear.
Do you notice the processing going on in the mind, the eyes and everything is processing all the information? Do you notice that? Stunning, isn't it? So basically, we created soft, medium, and hard amnesia.
Okay.
Soft being 3 random words, medium being the day, the week, the month. Hard amnesia, your name, your date of birth, and who you are. Before you fall asleep every night, you go into what's called retrograde amnesia. Yeah? Does anybody here remember falling asleep?
No.
Ever? No, and you never will. Because before the onset of sleep, we go into a total stage of amnesia. So you're lying in bed, Barbara, you're thinking about all the things keeping you awake, and you go, next of all, the more you relax, the more you start to drift. All the information becomes, start forgetting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it just fades, and you just drift into sleep. But there's another massive part, and this is the big breakthrough for Hypnosleep. You might have noticed with the independent fingers moving, I got our eyes to move independently of each other, which is REM. So we created a state of REM, with the hard amnesia, retrograde amnesia, REM, we mimic the sleep process physically, which actually generated it. Isn't that beautiful? So you were actually consciously asleep.
So will I remember that? No.
Well, do you want to remember? I think you should remember, actually, because it maybe remember you get more from it too. Now, with clients, Mary will tell you, sometimes they need to remember, because if I'm working with, say, a 25-year-old girl and she walks out not knowing what I did, it's not good. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Not that I'd ever do it. No, I wouldn't. But if she went home going, I don't know what he did. Jeez, I hope he didn't put his hand on my leg. You just don't know how people think. So I think it's important that you should let them have an idea of what you did. Does that make sense? It's very important that when you ask them after the session, after you went down the 10 stairs, whatever, depends on what induction you're doing. If you're doing the instant, after I said the word sleep, what stood out for you? Because you want to put a blocker on it somewhere. Otherwise they can go, oh, I like the countryside. So when I said to you, so Barbara, after we hypnotized you, we said sleep, what stood out for you? Now I put the pressure on her, she couldn't remember. She couldn't remember me saying about the negative stuff disappearing, the emotion, the sadness, she couldn't remember that. Now if she had said that, it means she wasn't asleep, but she still would have got a cracking session anyway, it doesn't matter. But what we're going to do is I'm going to put you in really quick and out, because I want you to remember everything we said, because I think when you understand it, you won't be looking as confused. But you'll get more benefit.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're just going to push down, Barbara.
Yep.
Like, just hard as you can. Just close your eyes. When you're ready, just take a shriek. Concentrate. Way down. All the way down. In a moment, Barbara, I'm going to count from 1 to 3. And on the count of 3, your subconscious mind is going to give you all the information that you fell asleep to. We're going to give you all the information. Every suggestion I gave you when you were in hypnosleep will be there. You'll understand it. You'll understand why you feel the way you do. He'll also understand that when I touch my nose and say the word, looks funny, your shoe is ringing. And again, just 1, 2, 3 eyes, gently open them all the way back. Fantastic. Okay. Now, is that a bit clearer about it? What are you thinking now?
It's just like a film is just after run, 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 run. It's just like files. I'm just after
files.
Files. Just God, there's a lot of files.
There was the finger was going further. So we had your yes. See that? That was subconscious there. The finger started tapping. See that? That's subconscious. So basically, what we did, we had the edeveloper set up, and every time we're saying subconscious, every time you beat the finger, remove the negative files, the hurt, the anger, the sadness, the disappointment. So now you can see the files.
Yeah, it's just
But there's
like
no connection.
Yeah.
What else do you remember?
Just God, I went back to when I was born, right back to that feeling that that the girls would know when I was born, or Nan used to say, you know, Dad got sick when you were born, and somewhere there in my conscious or my logical mind, I don't know what part of my mind I have now at the minute, but in that somewhere I must have believed in me that I caused that.
And that's
But yet I know logically I didn't, and I know that she didn't mean that because it was dates, and I'm actually a bit like that myself with dates. It was for her to remember those dates, and that I went back. But
but up to the age of 7, you wouldn't have seen it like that.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have logic to work that out. All you would have felt or believed was what it's meant of.
Yeah.
So the damage is normally done by the time you realise it's not meant.
Yeah. God. I went back to.
Yeah, because we did say, I said go right back to the day you were born. And from there to this very moment, clean it all out. So that is possibly the point where she went back to the birth.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel I want to get cracking in this. I'm taking my time. But I need to get going. I need to do the theory. I need to get out there.
You need to start ringing people.
I need to start. Yeah. Need to start.
You should be ringing Bugs Bunny right now. You should ring him because I think he wants it.
Yeah, I do.
Just for you, Elaine.
God.
Ring. What's up, Dad? You try not to. Like, I mean, you can fight it if you want. You are trying.
What's she doing with her shoe?
Who's on it?
Hello.
Who's on it? Who's on it? Flip your head up there, you. Who's on it?
Busy at the minute for me back.
Elaine asked me to do that? I'm going to take it back. I want to get to 3 hours old, where we're going to feel even better than you ever did before. Just happy for no reason. Just happy on life. When you do, that suggestion is gone as well about nose and whatever's in this. That's all gone. So 1, 2, 3 hours gently. Fantastic.